Right, so thank you very much for joining us again. This is our 6th and final episode in Series 1. What are the main challenges that you see within the motor trade at the moment with people?
So it's a very, very tight labour market. So it's very difficult to recruit.
Talent retention is the single biggest challenge in any organisation at the moment.
They had a 40% attrition rate every year, which was costing the business $15 million.
The commercial pressures within every business are incredible.
That commercial pressure is the start point for a lot of knock-on effects.
The pressure on people, the workloads. We've got a lot of very hard-working, tenacious people, but are they necessarily getting the time to kind of pause, reflect and refresh?
Everybody is reflecting on, well, what is work? Do I like it? Do I want to be here? Should I be here? Why am I here? They're all the questions that I feel seem to be going around everybody's heads at the moment.
You see the trouble that people are having to get people back into the office. Recently there's been a big experiment about 4-day working weeks, isn't there?
Yes, every sector need to introspectively look at how they work and actually pretty much rip up the rule book.
You can't panel beat a car
if you're at home. No.
I think it is our job to look at what the art of the possible is.
Yeah.
And I think from my perspective, it's just about being honest with people. I think if you can explain to them why something may not work, people are reasonable at the end of the day.
And how do you address difference? I mean, Carl, how does an HR team positively impact culture when there's that much difference?
The notion of pleasing all the people all the time just doesn't exist.
For me, it is about equity. People
Always.
Don't always need the same thing. People have different needs.
69% of a stressed workforce is not optimal, I would say. I think that's pretty obvious.
And actually, what else is just going on in your personal life, whether that's family, financial, health, all of those things, where actually we're limited in what we can do. There's some resources we can offer, but actually we're there to listen and we're there to see what we could do to make that path easier. Like I say, life is messy.
One word, listening. I think there's a fundamental start point around understanding people's expectations.
Our job is to challenge the leaders as to whether they're doing that and then support them.
Companies are trying desperately hard to make things work. But that's about showing you care, listening, but it's also about making sure people understand. There's only so far we can go.
There's no point providing these resources if people don't access them.
Within Wellonomics, we call it individual employee responsibility.
It's better you, better performance. Yeah. That's the bottom line.
Musculoskeletal pain, so tendons, ligaments and all that sort of stuff. So it's in everybody's top 3 pain points that we've seen so far. We've had over 120 companies do this. That's a personal problem, but it's also a company problem.
In our sector, it's not just about comfy chairs. We've got people doing very physical jobs. We obviously have all the PPE, we do all of the training, we do health checks for everybody.
Again, I keep saying this on every podcast, I need a new phrase for it, but the lowest hanging fruit of well-being problem, what are your top 3 pain points? That's really important to do the thing that's going to make the biggest difference.
And fix the things that are going to drive the right outcomes.
And we need managers to be empathetic and sympathetic to an individualised approach. We've got to demonstrate that we care, because I think people fundamentally will reciprocate on that basis.
That gets to the real heart, that it's very individual, and each individual is going to have a different motivation for engaging in whatever the workplace is trying to deliver.
We can't necessarily please all the people all the time, because this is the mission, vision, purpose and values of the business.
Be very clear with people that whether this is a voice or a vote.
Just stick that in my pocket and use that in my next meeting.
Always nick the good thing. I'd like to say to you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. And I think everything that we've hit on today has really started to, make me think and resonate with everybody out there about how we establish good work wellbeing practices. And I think the key messages are that we listen, we communicate, and we also align that we can't please all of the people all of the time. But when you're here, we will support you, and we all want to be good together. So it's been an absolute pleasure to have you both on here. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Take care.